And we are live. First time in 2024 for the cool mofo. And let me explain things a little bit because I didn't quite get to explaining. Well, first off, we got Prophecy over there. What's up, dude? Thanks for coming
What's
on.
up? Glad to be
But,
here, bro.
hell yeah. But how we're going to do this is my cool mofos, you get, a point for commenting. And what I do is I add up all the comments in the week. And first place gets 4 points, second place gets 2 points, and third place gets 1 point. And then at the end of the year, I'm going to add all these points up. I'm going to keep track and add it all up. And at the end of the year, first place is going to get a $500 credit towards me. Second place is going to get a $250 credit towards me. And third place is going to get a $100 credit towards me. So I'm trying to get everybody, to reenact a little bit, trying to get, everybody, the comment, just get a little bit more from the audience and everyone out there. And last year it did pretty good. I started it probably in, I'd say, September of last year. And it worked. My comments, boom, blew through the roof. But it slowed down a little bit, but that's all right. I mean, when it's new, things happen, things want to blow up. But it jumped out a little bit. What up? We got James from J&S Exotics coming up. What up, dude?
What's up, James?
We can't hear
Can
you.
hear us?
I'm
we
having
hear
some
him.
mic issues. Give me a sec.
All right, we got you. So let's get into it. Let's get to the first coolest mofo set of the year. And the first person last year, he won it once or twice. And one time he had 70 something votes. But Jay Slithers, you were the coolest mofo this week. And then second place is Rob M. You get 2 points. Jay Slithers got 4. And third place is Todd from TNT Balls. He gets a point. So what up, Todd? Keep going. Now, where you commented on every video, Todd, that I let out, and I appreciate that. But what Rob and Jay Slithers did is they went and commented on other people's comments and edged you out. So you got to watch that. But Todd, I appreciate that. Every video you was commenting on for sure. But just to throw some honorable mentions out there that was right on you guys' heels, Blaker's Pythons was 1 away from getting on the board, and Macomorphs was 2 away from getting on the board. So keep them comments coming, dudes. We'll get it. So this is a recap. Jay Slithers got the 4 points. Rob M got 2 points. And Todd from TNT got 1 point. So we'll do this next week. We'll add these points up. And at the end of the year, first place gets $500. Second place gets $250. And third place gets $100. Credit towards me. I'm not handing out cash. You're getting credit. I ain't that rich. Yeah, let's go through and get some shout outs. Of course, we got Todd in here. What up, dude? Mark from Brotherhood Exotics. How's it going? There's James. What up, James? How's it going, buddy? We got him down there. Prophecy, he's over there. He's in the comments, double dipping. Anyone else? Yeah, we got Brian from Heathen Hatchery. What's up, Bob Ross? How's it going? We got a star in here. Don T. What up, dude? What's up, Rob? I don't know if you heard, but you got second place this week, so you got 2 points. It's appreciated. Thanks, there, buddy. All right, so we're caught up in the comments, but so we was in the F&A chat, and right before this, we was talking about genes that are called the same, and how we should this should get narrowed down to where we don't have 200 genes, we only have 40. And Prophecy, I had to give you your props, dude. You know this stuff way better than anyone that I could really put a hand on. You got it down. So why don't you start us off on this, and we'll just go from there.
Okay, so if you want just a basic list of renamed genes, I would go. Okay, and this hurts my pride to admit it, right? HRA HRA, Lori, all that is Lace Blackback. Okay, I give it respect. Lace Blackback was here first, and then you got HRA Trick, Mahogany Cinder. You got, let's say, Yellow Belly, Orange Belly. You got,
So what's the
well,
same as mahogany? You said mahogany. I've never heard it.
Cinder.
So cinder and mahogany are the same, you're saying?
They're the same or allelic.
They're allelic. It's already known to be allelic. I do have an allelic complex list that Morse Market put out. I'd probably say mid last year. And I reference that list a lot. I mean, it has the complexes, and it's a list of actually what's recognized as the same. And they didn't have cinder and mahogany as the same. They had it in an allelic complex.
It's weird because it's like they had it like before, like a year ago. They had it in both the same name, same gene, different name, and then they had it in the allelic thing. But now they just have an allelic thing. So it's like, I don't know if they just figured out they're different, or I don't know. But if you want to be technical too, then there's, how to say, there was that whole thing about Wookiee and chocolate, but comparing to Kobelka, they're different. But
right.
But and then if you want to be technical, a lot of people don't want to hear about this, but when someone tested the cinnamon for the black pastel test, it tested positive for black pastel. So
wow.
either A, their cinnamon wasn't really a cinnamon, or it might be the thing. We don't know.
Yes, Rob, Jay Slithers got first place this week. But on the black pastel cinnamon, if you watch the RGI things, they actually talked about it one episode. Now, I have no idea what episode it is, but if you go back and watch all their lives, one of their lives, they did say that black pastel and cinnamon is kind of like that gravel asphalt, the gravel asphalt. It's the kind of the same marking, but it comes up different. It's on a different line. So, I mean, technically, it's a different gene if it's not coming out the same.
That's true, but it's interesting because it tested. That's interesting though, because it doesn't make sense. Like if they say it's the same thing, but it's like on a different line, but it also tests positive for the same test. It's like, it's weird. Maybe it's just so close on the allele that gives you that like kind of false positive. You feel me?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, they're definitely similar. But I think black pastel and cinnamon do different things in different combinations. I think there is a slight difference.
Oh, but here's the thing. Think about it. On the other hand, Barnhart, they tested a Barnhart black pastel and it didn't test positive for black pastel.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, you know what I mean? I think the Barnhart black pastel is, it might very well be his own gene. You know what I mean? Like, its own form of black pastel. And honestly, I think every gene can do that if it's lined bred the right way.
Yeah. Core glow, banana are the same. I would argue that core glow is like a higher quality line of banana, but it's the same thing. They were siblings. They were just sold to two different people, just like the candy and toffee and the Lester and butter.
Acid, static, and confusion. I mean, the word on that is they came from the same clutch, went to three different people. One called it static, one called it acid, one called it confusion. I mean,
exactly.
We don't have the facts on that, but that's the story. How do you feel about this, James? What's your opinion on these genes that are close or the same or whatever? How do you feel about it?
Hurricane isn't a thing anymore, David. It's not a thing. I don't care what people say. It is trick. Okay.
Right. I mean, Tricklets and Hurricane, they're all the same. I mean, I've been on that bandwagon since that list came out in midsummer last year, because Morse Market put it out. They said that the test supports it, so I was like, well, dude, it's the same shit.
See, here's my thing. The issue I had with Tricks and Hurricane there is that Hans. Okay, Hans Winter. He like in a Facebook comment, right? He admitted the reason why he named it Hurricane was because the market for trick was so slow at the time that he renamed it purposely to sell at 4 times the price. Like he knew it was trick. He admitted he knew it was trick, and he still changed the name to sell money, to make money, just to
That
make
would make you
money.
not want to buy from that buyer.
Well, no one's
There's
like
my
Hans
cool
for
mofo of the week. What up, Jay Slithers? You cool mofo.
Yes, the test is out in Europe. It's out in Europe. Pro herper Jurgens developed the test. Jurgens developed the test for Pro herper. But
I was surprised on that list at how many things are HRA. Like there was 4 or 5 that was labeled as HRA, and I know that's like your jam. That's like your favorite gene, and you touched base on it. Like, which one is it? Is it lace blackback that's the same? Because I know there's black lace blackback, and genetic blackback. There's a bunch of those that are similar in name.
There's lace blackback, gypsy, green pastel, HRA, lorry, toxic. Toxic is a weird one because it's a Tom Peckinpah. I don't like the guy, I don't mind, but that's his line, so I have to say it. But yeah, Lake Blackback was the first name. It was produced by Amir, even though I personally believe that the project would have been dead if without Corey Woods and HRA. I have to give respect that Lace Backpack was the first one named.
Right. So now, if it goes back, and how would you feel about if, like, say, Morph Market starts recognizing these genes as the first name it was called, and they're going to start calling HRA Lace Blackback because that was the first of it? How would that? How would you feel about that?
I'd name it Lace Blackback then. That's right. I have no issue. I have no issue with that. Right. I think I just name it HRA line. I just name it the HRA line of Lace Blackback.
Right. I definitely think there's a lot to learn when it comes to these genes, for sure. We are only touching the iceberg, the tip of it.
The issue I have with renaming genes is I don't mind it as much if they're the same price, but if you're renaming it and then pushing it to 4 times the normal price, that's when I have the issue. That's when it's like, hey, yo, what the hell? And think about how many...
You have one trick, because wasn't trick out first? You don't even have a blitz. You have a trick.
Yeah. Let's think about it this way. Think about this, Ken. People were paying $10,000 for Hurricane when it first came out.
I know.
$10,000. And you know how much tricks were back then?
Probably like 200-300.
200. Right. Exactly. It's wild to me, bro. Like I can imagine being that person who spent $10,000 for a Hurricane and then seeing the news yesterday and just being like,
imagine spending heavy on Zebra when it first came out and then finding out that it's just Mackenzie. I mean,
it's still out on that. I kind of, I'm more leaning toward the Striker now than the Mackenzie, to be fair.
Right.
But still, Zebra. That's a very controversial topic.
Right.
I don't want to get canceled.
I like bringing that up because that is still like just a shocker to me. That how could someone mistake like just a gene like Mackenzie that is fairly inexpensive and then put like a $10,000 price tag on it and call it something else? I mean, that's just crazy. It shows that people's really not doing the work that it needs to be proved out that it's the, it's its own gene.
Think
They
about
might be
this.
proving out its own gene, but they're not proving out if it's the same as anything else.
Think about this though. Back then, originally zebra was considered an incomplete dominant. It was, and then they changed it to recessive. Tell me how that works. Tell me how that works. How does one go from being an incomplete dominant to recessive?
Paint, Sentinel, Monsoon. I mean, same things going on with them. Like, I mean, I feel the only thing that makes a recessive is in the heterozygous form, it don't have a known trait. You can't tell what it is in the het form. So they're going to call it a recessive because there's an unknown marking in the pattern somewhere. That's how I feel. The only reason what labels a recessive to an incomplete dominant.
It was Susan something that found the trick, I believe, or Blitz. It was either Trick or Blitz that she found. I forget
Sorry,
her
James.
name.
James had to go, I guess.
Oh, James had to go. Yeah.
What's up, James? YT Events, James. What's going on?
No, but on another thing, I think if you look at things like candy and toffee, that's another situation where I don't really give that much flack because again, with the candy and toffee, they were just two siblings sent to two different breeders, and the breeder didn't tell them about each other. Basically, you feel me?
Hey, the midday naps are awesome. I love them. As a matter of fact, after my live's over, I'm probably going to get something to eat and take a midday nap. So I'm all about them naps. Yeah, like the muddy waters are muddy when it comes to these genes, and it would just be nice to clean them up for sure. That's all right, James. Thanks for coming up, dude. I appreciate that for sure. Well, what's stopping you? Taking a nap.
Honestly, though, like with HRA, it's just there's a lot of HRA type genes that are imported into through Africa every year. There's like if you look at outback reptiles, you could probably see 2 or 3 different HRA looking animals, bro. It's just so common because like it's just so common in the wild, man.
I will not go to Outback Reptiles because I don't want to tempt myself. I hear everyone talking about it and have not went there to look yet because I damn well know I'm going to be tempted to go, oh, I want it. Oh, I want it. Oh, I want it.
Hey,
There's
you
a
can
snake
name
right
your
now
own
on
gene.
Morph Market that I'm pulling resources to get. I want it. I want it worse than anything I've ever wanted in my life before. I want this one.
Hey, think about this way though. If you find something on Outback and it hits and it's different, you got your own gene. That's the whole appeal of it. That's the
Right?
whole. That's see. Like I personally, if I've decided if I ever go on a dinker, I'll go like huge. Like I'll
Oh,
buy.
good, James.
I'll spend like 2,000 on something that's really just off the walls as an import, and I'll hope it proves, or else I'll be crying.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm not telling anyone what this one is because I announced one before on my live that I was looking at it and I was interested in buying it. And the very next freaking day, that thing went on hold. I was like, son of a bitch.
well, that's what HRA does. HRA has like they got that. It's a genetic blackback type gene. It's got that really dark dorsal.
Let's go. Heck yeah, Dave. That's what I'm talking about.
See, I was here. Hold on, I can send you a picture. I'm pretty sure I can send you a picture so you can share that like real quick. Yeah, hold on.
If you have to put it, because I'm on my phone, I can't log off and do it. You have to put it as like a guest somehow, like a guest picture. I don't know if you know how to do that. But I
Let
don't
me
know.
see
I
how
might
the
have
screen.
HRA because my Huffman girl is Orange Ghost, and she came from Enchi Huffman pairing to HRA Orange Ghost. So I got the visual Orange Ghost. I think it's Huffman HRA. The guy sold it to me as Huffman. He now thinks it's Huffman HRA because he reproduced a clutch this year and got
things that look a little bit more plain. This one's wonky. So I definitely think it's HRA Huffman.
Show me, because if it's a super form, you could tell because most HRA stuff looks like wonky. Plus, it would only produce like Huffmans or HRAs. You not produce any normals.
Yeah. Well, the Elite combo in there was HRA Enchi or Huffman Enchi, and it was 2 in HRA. So Huffman and Enchi went to every.
Let me see the dorsal. Let me see the nose. And let me see the nose of it.
Hold on.
Let
me grab it.
That is. I mean, that's the HRA. I can already tell just by.
It's Huffman HRA then.
Yeah,
because you're saying HRA's in it. I mean, look at that blushing.
Dorsal. Look at the blushing on the sides. That's HRA, and look at the dorsal. That's not just Huffman. That's HRA. It has to be. And look at, because you said the Huffman Enchi, right? Huffman Enchi was one of the parents, so it has to be Huffman in there because that's not Enchi. And
it has to be Huffman or Enchi. So I think the HRA is in it as well.
Yeah, that's Huffman. That's Huffman HRA, because Huffman single gene does not look like that. It does not look like that at all.
Yeah. There's hold on, let me get her. See the pulled together alien heads, how they're pulled together a lot?
That's what HRA does. It does that chaining. It causes that chaining on the sides. Especially in super. And plus she's really bright, which HRA does too. It's kind of bright, and then you got the flaming and like kind of popcorny.
Yep. She's a bad girl. Well, she's a good girl, but she's a bad girl.
See, I got a blackhead, red exanthic, yellow belly female over at my buddy Eddie's because they're partners, but she is getting paired to a GHI stranger het clown male, and I'm super hyped about that.
Right.
Because I like red exanthic, bro. Red exanthic, it's such a nice gene, bro. Like, if people really sleep on it, it's gonna have its day, bro. It's gonna go pop off. I have faith.
Oh, I mean, I definitely want to work it, and I definitely think she has it. I mean, I have some other Huffman. I don't have any more HRA, so I'm hoping that she's definitely HRA, but I'm pretty sure she is. But we're going to do some things with this girl.
Oh, she's 100% HRA, bro. Like, you got my stamp of guarantee. I guarantee that the animal is HRA. Like, absolutely.
If I could show you up by the head, like right there by her neck.
Does she have nasal dots? Does she have nasal dots? Let me see. Oh yeah, that's HRA. That's HRA because it's supers. Because in super forms, because it's super and act like supers, you can tell when the HRA, when it's red exanthic or act like super, because they have nasal dots. Like, especially in red exanthic, like you can tell red exanthic because they have like 2 white spots on their nose. They always have the spots. They always have the nose spot, no matter what.
And she's getting right. She's building follicles now for sure. So I was going to send her out the gauge, but I don't know. It's too cold, and I don't want to wait. So she got paired to that leopard grim clown. Well, possible grim. I can't say 100% it's grim. It's throwing some granity stuff. So getting that granity type gene into my hypo clown stuff is a definite. So, and I want to keep it orange ghost as well.
Plus, like with females, oftentimes if you ship them while they're building follicles, they reabsorb. So it wouldn't have made a point to ship her. It would have made more sense to ship her before she started building.
Yeah, and I should have sent her in November. She was around 1,300 grams in November. I should have just sent her to gauge because he wants to he was going to put her to his Banana Huffman Hypo Clown. And that would have been a really nice pairing. But he's putting a better snake to it. So I was, rightfully so. He was getting first pick, you know what I mean? The deal was all right.
It's just that I would rather make my own double hets and keep what I want, because if I mean, if it is a Lelik, I'm going to get a HRA double het and I'm going to get a Huffman double het. And if I could
Yeah,
get them both with that Granity type gene to it, fuck yeah.
yeah, that. See, like I've been talking to. I think I talked to Gage about my blackhead HRA clutch, the blackhead red exanthic clutch that
Right.
thing, because he like I don't know, like Huffman has always been such a weird gene because I've only seen like a basic Huffman clown once. Like they're not. There's always a bunch of combos, so it's hard to tell what is what.
Right.
You know.
So this drawer
But
here, I haven't told no one about this, and I'm only mentioning it on this live here. So you and the 5 people in the live, and anyone else who watches this, are going to be the only one knows that I'm doing this. But I'm doing this to build up hets for. I don't know if they're locked up, but we'll just do this. But I'm going to build up hets and visuals. That is a lace het orange ghost locking to a black pastel Huffman, possible mahogany, het hypo, pos het pied.
oh, that looks nice. They show. Oh, let me see. Like I can see it down to the more to the left. Okay, they might be. Yeah, they might be locked.
I don't know if they are or not, but I'm not going to try to separate them. I don't.
I think
They,
they.
no,
You
they're
might be
not. I
bothering
just
them
seen her
now.
tail. I just seen her tail. This is the female. This is the male.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying nothing about this clutch until it comes out. I hope it goes, but that I could get some cool shit out of that.
Oh man, honestly speaking, man, like I love the whole 8-ball complex, except for I'm not too fan of super black pastels and panda pies and all that. Like I get why people like them. I just don't like them.
The 8-ball complex is my favorite complex, hands down.
Yeah.
I mean, I
think
do like the yellow belly too, the yellow belly complex. I mean, I do like it, and I do like the spider complex. But when you're
same.
talking about the favorite and the way these snakes look in combos, it's got to be 8-ball complex for me. OG all the
Honestly,
way. Yeah.
but yeah, like
Later,
to
James.
be
Thanks for coming up, though, dude.
honestly though, speaking with genetic testing though, with genetic testing though, changing a lot of things. Like Justin Kabelka, I think said this on Trap Talk. I'm not
What's
so
up,
sure.
Ryan?
I'm not positive, but I think it was Trap Talk. But he said he believes for our hobby to continue, genetic testing was something like necessary.
I mean, my mentor, right when this first started, he said that it's taking the surprise out of these pairings. And if you look at it, if you got a pos hat and you hit that and you don't know it's there and you hit it, like, wow, that's going to be, something that's taken out of it. Like that feeling of, holy shit, I hit this.
What's
Because
the
I'd much
difference?
rather test and know.
What's the argument? What's the difference? I would argue for that would be when like you find out through testing that your animals have, so you know you're going to produce them versus waiting 3 years and then
Right, David.
breeding an animal and then it not proving het. Like I'd rather know so I don't waste 3 years raising it up for it not to prove right away.
And
You
that
know
was
what I'm
my
saying?
point. And that was my
Right.
point to him. I'd rather know. So if it's not, I'm not wasting that time.
Exactly. It's
Right.
like it's like the same thing. You get the same surprise. You just don't get the clutches out of the testing. It's like the same thing. It's like, oh yeah, she proved that, but you don't have to actually breed her to find out. If that makes sense, that you get that same. It's like, at least in my opinion, it's like it. When I found out my DG entry was het clown, I felt ecstatic.
Right.
When she lays her first DG clowns, I'ma still feel ecstatic. It doesn't take away the happiness for me.
Well, listen to this one. This was like a steal of the century that I got. I bought this lesser, well, it was marked as a lesser orange ghost, het clown, pos het genetic stripe. Well, like after getting the thing and looking at it, it's definitely lesser Enchi. It's not just lesser. And she proved out genetic stripe. So now I have a lesser Enchi orange ghost, which Enchi works right into that 8-ball complex. Perfect. You know, it's a Lalic with them. Orange ghost, het clown, het genetic stripe for $300.
Oh,
I love it.
speaking on the spider complex, dude. So, you know what I find interesting about the spider complex is that you got the super spiders, which is fatal, right?
Fatal.
You got the super Hingy Womas. I think is it super Hingy Womas fatal? I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
Well, there was one. Someone had a clutch last year with a super hidden gene Woma that lived for 3 months and then it died.
And that's the thing with champagnes are the same way. Like you
Yep.
can hit a super champagne and they will live for like 6 to 8 months and then they die. You just die.
And then they die.
No matter, yeah. Like in theory, you could raise a male up fast enough to breed him, but females
Ow.
no.
I mean, in theory, you can, I guess, but who? I mean, I don't know. I don't think I do. I don't know. I feed once a week, and I feed slightly bigger than you're supposed to.
See,
And,
Jason Amos taught me, at least he's one, but he taught me we feed our males 1 to 3 days, 1 to 3 days, and
see, once a week.
What?
I buy my rat still, so I can't afford to do that. Once a week.
Yeah.
But now I get them for super cheap, so I mean I can't complain. Thank God for Chris at CR Reptiles out of State College, Pennsylvania. Guy gives me rats for $2 a piece, no matter what size I want, $2 a piece. And if I don't have the money, he'll front them to me and let me pay him later. So he's a savior.
Here's what I've noticed. So like it's interesting because I've done the 2 to 3 days. All right, I do 2 to 3 days, right? But my males within the first year, they've gone within 7 months. They're saying that 700. They're saying that 700 grams. They're saying that 700 grams at 7 months. I had one male that hit 1,100 grams in a year.
Right. Well,
not fat, but like no, he was bigger, but he wasn't like obese. Like if that makes sense.
The best I did is last November. I bought what was called, like I bought it as a black pastel Mojave het clown pos het hypo. Well, she proved out hypo, so she's hypo clown, and I think mahogany's in there too. I'm not ready to throw it out. The guy, when I bought it, said, don't be surprised if it's not mahogany as well. And I think it is, because the clutch is just too different for black pastel Mojave and leopard to be in it. There's some other things going in there. Might have grim too. So there's just a lot going on in that clutch that I don't know about. But still, that snake, I got her 350 grams November 12th. By November 12th the following year, her babies are like 200 grams. Like I got her up to size, bred, had eggs. By November 12th the following year, her babies were around 200 grams.
See what DSP says, dude. That's what we like. Me, Eddie, and I, right? We feed like the black. I could say for the blackhead red exangular female, we feed her like two mediums, like a week, bro. Two smalls, medium. Yeah, we call them mediums. Mediums. 2 smalls, mediums a week, or maybe even and maybe like a weed if she's still hungry. Like we kind of we feed them. If they look like they're still hungry, we'll feed them again. If they look like they're still, we'll give them a small meal, and then that's it.
All right. That lesser NG girl, she'll eat anything I put into her. Anything I throw in there, she eats. Like if I have extra rats that other ones won't eat, I know I could give it to her because she just eats everything. Like I don't think she would stop. I think if I threw 4 rats in there, she would eat them all, in a day. Like that girl she's wicked.
It's weird because look at, so here's this. We got 2 18-month females, right? 18 months old. They're staying at 2,000 grams. We have an older female that's 2.5 years. She's staying at 1,600 grams. Yeah,
Medium.
medium, medium. Yeah, we call them. That's just how it's called. Medium, bro.
They're
It's small
medium.
medium.
I have some medium rats that I feed off. They get a little big.
Yeah,
My bigger ones get some mediums. I
yeah,
understand the terminology.
yeah. No, we've had some girls that are like at 18 months and like 2,000 grams, and then me no, like for example, we got a super pastel yellow belly spot nose fire clown that's like 19 months, and she's staying around 1,800 grams, and she
Right.
just got paired for the first time. Like it's just crazy because like if did you watch the DPR Cold-Blood DPR video? Like that made a lot of sense what he does with his feeding his animals, man.
Yeah, I watch DPR.
Yeah, his feeding video, like that's kind of what I like. I like that he was just because a lot of people will be like, oh, canceled, you're power feeding, you're forcing them to eat all these animals, and you're inhumane. Like, look at ball pythons aren't boas. If they don't want to eat,
They're
they
not.
won't eat. They're
Yeah,
not going to
they're not.
eat. Like
Right.
that's just how it is. That's how it is.
Exactly. I have like my males. They don't eat more than my females. My females eat. My males, I have problems eating.
Think about this. If a ball python goes walk a pit, stumbles upon a nest of rats, do you think it's just going to eat one rat, or do you think it's going to eat all those rats?
It's going to eat anything it can fit in its stomach because then it's not going to want to eat 4 months. But this girl, I don't know. I'll bring her out and show you. I can't handle her because she's going to bite me, and I don't want to get bit. She might bite at the camera, but this girl's just mean.
Bro, but yeah,
She's
listen, bro.
starting to
We're going
calm
to
down a
trademark
little bit,
that. Hey, listen, we're going to trademark that, bro. We're going to trademark medium, bro. Medium / copyright.
right? Wouldn't you say that's lesser inchy and not just lesser?
Let me see. Let's see. Uh, I wouldn't say that's. I have. I mean, it's compared to. I had a high OD and she fired butter pet clown. So I mean, could be, but it doesn't. I would say no because it doesn't have the 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 entry padded. I mean, like you know what I'm saying? Like it's like Enchi lessers are more like they keep the banded pattern of the Enchi, but it's fatter. It's fatter and faded like lesser. You feel me?
Yeah, I mean, so okay, it can be there. It might not be there. I don't
Not
know,
that.
but she proved out genetic stripe, so that's the most important part. Stop.
See,
She wanted to bite me. I had to put her
bro.
hide back on her.
Let me tell you one story, right? And this is when I was just in the hobby, right? Like just starting the hobby, right? So don't judge me, right? I accidentally fed my 600-gram ball python male, my first male ever, uh, a medium rat, and it was
Right,
way bigger than I thought it would be, and I felt so bad. But he ate that. He ate that.
right.
He ate it, and I didn't feed him for like a month. I didn't feed him for like 3 weeks after that. But it was just like it was kind of like what the hell,
Dude,
like
when I first got into this, basically, like I found Chris, the guy I get my rats off now, and he was just giving me rats. And it was probably about a month later that I said, let me weigh these things. They're looking a little big. Well, I had like snakes that started out 4, 5, 600 grams when I was going there. Then I started weighing these rats, and they was like 120 to 150 grams, and I was feeding 400 to 600-gram snakes. And I was like, man, that's a little big. I need a little smaller. My snakes aren't that big. But then it was just like, why slow down? They're taking them, they're eating them. Like, heck with it. Feed them.
you just gotta know your animals and just feed them like if you feed them bigger, right? Like just like with the 2 to 3 day thing I do, I don't feed them big meals if that
You
makes
feed them
sense. You don't
smaller
feed it.
meals.
You feed them smaller meals, but more often. If that
Right.
makes so
There's
it's
no
not
problem with
like
that.
Yeah, it's not like yeah, but it's like a lot of people just freak out. A lot of people freak out when they because they like again, you got a lot of PETA people. They be like PETA. That's
I
I call them
mean,
PETA.
if the politically correct chart is telling you that you should feed a snake this 100-gram rat, and you're feeding 130 to 140-gram rats, you're not hurting a damn thing. Like if it
Exactly.
says feed a 20-gram rat and you're feeding a 40-gram rat, you're not hurting nothing. The only time you're going to hurt that snake is if you're feeding it like that 40-gram rat 2 or 3 times a week. If you're feeding it a 10-gram or 20-gram rat every 3 days, like you, smaller meals,
Yeah.
you're not hurting it.
Exactly. But here's one thing I will say though, like I I know some people who feed larges, and I personally don't see the point of feeding larges. I think mediums are more than enough for any. That's just my
Right?
point.
Yes.
Unless you have the really huge females, unless you got those really huge females, then yes, a large is nice. But like anything smaller than like 4,000 grams, maybe like you feel me? And this one I don't think needs a large.
Like my three biggest females, one's like right over 3,000 grams, and the other two are right under 3,000 grams. They get a schmedium. Like, I don't even get
Hey,
medium. They get schmediums, like 150-gram rats. That's what they get, and they're satisfied with it. They don't look
hey,
hungry. They don't want, to eat my head off. I mean, they're just doing good. They want
okay.
to know how many animals you have at your place.
Oh, I don't keep anymore. This is just when I was. This was when I was being. I'm gonna be honest. Like I said, I moved fully like 2 months ago. I moved fully for keeping my animals at my place to just going complete with Eddie. So this is when I was because think about I was mentored by Amos for over a year now. So I was doing this for a year and for well. So I'm speaking of when I was doing it, if that makes sense.
All right. So when you was doing it, how many did you have?
How many? When I was doing it, I had like 10. 10. I'm not gonna lie. I don't have a big collection. I
All right.
didn't have a big collection. But as DSC Davis said, there's no charts in the wild. There's also no ASFs. There's also no ASFs as we know them in the wild. If you want to be technical.
Well, we'll see. I mean, now if you go back to that Dave Kaufman video, like he's showing them people ASFs over there, and they're saying they've never seen them. They don't know what that is. But someone, we talked about this before. Someone made a very valid point, and they said that what we're breeding as ASFs is a domesticated rat that was domesticated and looks very different from what's in the wild over there. So it
It's a
very
lab
well
rat.
might be the African rat that they eat, but just it looks different because it's a domesticated version of it.
Here's the thing: ASFs, they're lab rats. They're African
Yeah,
lab rats.
yeah,
That's what
they're
they
lab rats.
are.
That's what they are.
There's 7 species of Malamute, the rats. There's 7 species of those rats, basically, if that makes sense. Like, so there are those mice are not there 100%. But so
No,
there's different. Yeah, that's true. But there are 7 species of that rat that are there. They're just not the ones that we always link. You feel me?
I knocked over my
No,
ashtray. Hold on.
but again, no, I don't keep any animals. I don't keep any animals with me. I actually might go back to it after this next clutch because it's going to be my personal thing. When I get my DG clown stuff, then I'll probably have some here. But no, me and Eddie are partners, so like I kind of how I say this like he does all the stake stuff and I kind of help financially when I can. Like if we need an animal for the project, I'm the one that typically buys it and he
Right.
kind of does the work.
All right.
Is that makes sense? So it's not it's we're okay with our arrangements. Some people might be like, "Oh, you're taking advantage," but it works for me and Eddie. You feel
You
me?
know what? Screw all them haters that hate what you got going on. Because if they're hating on you, more and less, they're probably jealous because you got something that they don't.
I
And
mean,
that's what I've
it's
learned about YouTube in general. If people are hating on you, they're usually jealous.
I just truthfully, my only reason why I'm still in this hobby is because I want to see Eddie succeed, and I also don't want to let Jason Amos down because Jason took the time to mentor me
Right.
and teach me things that he didn't have to, and I feel happy. I feel happy being with you guys, coming on here talking and seeing the clutches and not like
So jealous.
I'm not like, you know what I'm saying? I know a traditional I'm not a traditional thing. I'm doing this for my own happiness. I'm just doing this for my own happiness.
What 7 species rats are there?
I don't exactly. I'm just relaying what I heard off of Kaufman. I don't know exactly. He said there's seven, okay? Off the Kaufman video. He said there's not just one African softbird species. There's seven different subspecies, if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
All right, so that is something you pulled off of Kaufman's video. But
Yeah,
I mean,
that's something.
but sitting, here where I'm sitting at, community from my seat, like you're a welcome part in this community because even in the chats, you always have very informative like things to say. I've learned a lot from you. Like, believe it or not, and just sitting there listening to you, I've learned. I mean,
That's
you have facts and you have knowledge, and like, I appreciate it. Like, you're really good at IDing snakes. That's the word on the street. So what I do, I'm sending snakes to you. Hey, man, help me ID these things. And
but
I got
that's
some weird
because
shit.
but that's because I try to find things that I can do because I don't want to feel like I'm not doing anything for any of them. So I was like, hey, I can really study the genes and the ID so I can be a use. And that's how it was. Eddie will ask me, what does this look like with this? What does this look like with this? What's it look like with this? And that's my job. Like
Right.
I do the research and I kind of say, hey, this will go well with this. That looks like a this, and that. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Well,
That's what I do. That's what I can do. That's what I can do to help. If that makes sense.
yes. Well, I get it 100%. You diving in on that and then coming on live and putting that information out there, you're
Yeah.
doing more for the community than most of these podcasters are, believe it or not. Because
I
they're
don't.
just in it. There's podcasters that are out there that are in it for the money. They're in it for the wrong reasons. The reason why I did this is because I was new and I didn't know exactly how to do everything. So I started a blog. So for one, people could tell me, hey, you're doing that wrong. Try it this way. And for two, it worked because all my stuff sold.
Here's the
Everybody
truth.
wanted what I was throwing out. They drank the Kool-Aid that I made. So heck yeah.
Here's the truth. Let me tell you this.
Shout
And I
out to the
haven't.
fam there, Celtic Balls. What's up, Angie?
Here's the truth. And let me tell you this, because I've only told one of this, and this is Ken's. This is a Ken's chat exclusive. Look it. I'm physically disabled, so I had a work related injury, so I cannot physically work. So only income that I make is off disability. So to get into this hobby, like people talk about my commitment to this hobby, I spent $10,000 of money that my disability money, if that makes sense, to get
What up,
into
Cap?
like there's times, let's say, and it might sound stupid, and people will call me stupid. There's times where I've went on like ramen diet just so we can get the animals we need
Right?
for our project for the
I will
project
rock
because I
out
don't
some
have
robin for a month or two to get an animal. I'm right there with you.
like it's like I know that it might be financially stupid, but I really love these animals and I love this hobby and I love helping my friends and I love seeing the clutches and the heads popping out and like even if I don't care about the credit part of it. I just want Eddie to succeed. That's
right?
all. I want my friend to succeed, and I want to have a part in that, and I want to continue being friends with everybody because I
Well, but
struggle
first
with.
off, that's impossible because you're not going to be friends with everybody because there's some shitheads out there that just are impossible to be friends
I
with.
mean
But
everybody I'm friends with right now. I mean everyone's I'm friends with right now because I struggle with confidence, and I struggle like the first time I ever went to like a expo was Tinley, and that was last year. And I did that because I really wanted to see everybody, and that's the first time I've ever been to something because
right,
I have social anxiety and stuff. Like, but I really came out just to see. That's my dedication to this hobby. So yeah, if my information can help somebody, then I'll say it. I think and it's because Amos told me one thing is that a lot of people in this hobby, they'll pretend to be your friends and mentors, but
yeah,
they'll lead you astray. They won't give you the right information because they don't want to see you succeed. I want to see everybody succeed, so I try to give people the information best of my knowledge. Yes, that may not be firsthand, hands-on knowledge because I admit I don't have a lot of firsthand hands-on knowledge, but I I fact check as much as I can what I'm reading so that what I'm giving you is as accurate as possible from people that I know and trust. You
touching on
know?
that subject that you just mentioned there. Tomorrow night, I have Billy on my episode from Mutation Creation on the Let Me Know show, and that's one question that I got for him is what made you switch from that old school mentality of this needs to be a secret because that's the old school mentality. No, I ain't telling you nothing because I want to succeed. What made Billy personally switch to say, okay, I'm going to give people my formula? What happened that he, decided to switch gears on that? Because a lot of people still have that old school mentality of, I need to make money. I'm going to rename this gene to make it popular so I can get more money out of it. And a lot of that happened.
Like look at a lot of old school people are like, a lot of old school people had that mindset where they can't help people. I said like look at Jason A. Like I talked to Jason A. about Stan. I was shout out to Stan, fuck cancer by the way, but I
Right
saw
on,
this
Angie.
like I talked to Jason Amos about Stan, and you know what? Jason Amos decided to give Stan a free snake, like a expensive one,
That's awesome.
just because I talked to him about it.
Right? That's awesome.
Like, and it's just like it goes to show that not all the old breeder, like not all the old breeders are stuck in their ways. Not all of them are like. There's some that are really kind, really nice, sharing people, and that's why I like Billy, and that's why I like Jason.
Well,
You
I
know,
think this nice, kind, sharing person has always been out there. It's just these doors weren't always open for them to be open. I think
yeah,
if they would have did this back in the day, they would have
they would
received
have
a lot of
been
flack. People would have
yeah,
bitched them up and down. Why are you fucking telling people this? Da, 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 da. We got to keep this market where it's at. And it's just like, you know what? Screw that. That's not the way to succeed nowadays.
yeah, and it's like today, like look at today. And speaking of which, earlier today, I'm getting invited. Kingdom Python, Dr. Joe, right?
Right?
He invited me to come be a guest on the show he does for his kids, just
Right on.
because of how informative I am.
Right on. And that's what I was saying. Like, I noticed, like, that's why I started talking to you. I noticed that you was spitting some facts and some stuff out there that was just like, dude's right. Dude's got a knowledge of this. And that drew me to you just because, hey, like, who don't want someone on their side that knows what the hell they're talking about?
Exactly. It's what I can do. Like I said, I just found ways that I could contribute to what Eddie's doing. Like I do the social media, I do the information stuff, I do the pair, I help plan the pairings, and that's just what what I'm saying. Like when you're a partner with somebody in business, you do what you can to help your partner, right? And that's just me. That's what I did. I knew that this is what I could do, so I just fully dived into it. I just fully dived in and did the best I could.
Dave said it right there. Nice. There is your validation right there, 100%. And screw what
Yeah.
everyone else says. You definitely have a part, and anything that I'm doing for sure. And you have a place in this community. And I think you should just continue putting yourself out there and keep spreading the knowledge, because you're doing good. You're doing the community good, and that's what this community needs. People doing it good, not trying to hurt it.
There's hundreds of people there. I like see I don't pretend that I'm like something I'm not. I admit there's people that have more knowledge than me. Like I said, I just put it out there when I can. Like like for example, like I'll never say that I'm as good as someone who physically like handles their say, because at the end of the day there's a difference between what I'm doing and what they're doing, and I'm not ignorant to that. Obviously, I'm not arrogant about it, but I think at the end of the day, everybody should do it how they want to do it. Everyone has their own way, and we should, knock people for what they do at the end of the day.
Exactly. Well said, 100%. Well, we got like 4 minutes left, so let's touch a little bit on the my second passion of football and what's going on in the playoffs. Your Eagles took a dive towards the end of the year. What do you think? What do you think they're going to do in the playoffs?
I think this is just.
It's simple. I'm a Steelers fan. We're going out first round. I mean, I don't expect us to beat Kansas City.
I think that we are the reincarnation of the 2017 Eagles. I think that Jalen Hurts will have his Nick Foles moment.
I think that they're underestimated now, and I think Sirianni kind of wanted that. I think they played into, I don't want home field advantage. I want my team to feel like an underdog. I want my team to feel that they got to fight for the win. So I kind of think the Eagles are going to go to the Super Bowl. I think they're going to beat San Francisco.
I just wish. I don't know, man. Being an Eagles fan is stressful, bro, because like a lot of people think we're just. A lot of people think that we're just assholes. We're just not. We're just extreme. We're just on emotional roller coasters from week to week with the Eagles. That's right. What happens.
Sorry, guys, for throwing some football talk in. That I'm just filling the last couple minutes with some football talk, but everyone's pouring in. So heck, I don't know. We might stay on a little longer if you don't mind. But we got Kevin and Mac that just come in. JNS Exotics came back. We appreciate you all. Yeah, we was just if you go back and watch the episode, basically we was talking about basically genes. We started out with genes that are called the same, and like what effect that's going to have on down the line. And go Cowboys!
Not clear at all, bro.
Don't choke. You might as well just expect a choke, Kevin. I'm sorry, but
hey yo, Kevin, fuck the Cowboys. Fuck the Cowboys. That's all I gotta say.
Hey, James, you're cool, dude. We appreciate you. Thanks for trying to come up anyways. That was awesome. We appreciate it for sure.
See, I'm friendly with everybody, but when it comes to football, bro, I'm a different person, bro. Like me and Kent from Craft Brew, like we're friends outside, bro, but on game day, bro, we're enemies, bro. He's a Cowboys fan. I can't stand him on Sundays.
Well, it looks like Kevin is too, so.
Bro. Eagle, hey, last time, listen, bro. Dak Prescott is going to be Dak Prescott in the playoffs like he always has been, bro. Choke. He's going to choke. Listen. We beat you, okay? You guys couldn't beat anybody on the road except for the Seahawks, bro. You couldn't beat a single good team. Come on now. You got dog walked by the 49ers. You got dog walked by, we lost the Cardinals, but yo, you got fucking...
We lost to the Cardinals and the Patriots back-to-back games.
Hey, Kevin. We beat Buffalo. What did you guys do? What was the score? 31-3, right? It was 31-3, right? What happened? What happened in Buffalo, my boy? What happened in Buffalo?
I just want to throw out there, this is all good fun. We ain't trying to start no drama.
Hey, football is drama, bro. I'm sorry. Football is drama. Bro, hey, but no, for real though, all serious though, I hope that we do play the Cowboys in the playoffs because so we can expose them for the frauds they are, man. In
Oh
all serious,
shit! If we get
because
past, if we get past Kansas City, the Steelers. I mean, if we get past Kansas City, we might be able to make some moves because we're probably going to see Baltimore then, and we beat Baltimore twice. So I think we're going to see Cleveland and Baltimore, and then walk ourselves into the Super Bowl. But I'm just a dreamer, so.
hey, upstate, bro. What did you think about that Eagles Bills game, bro? When y'all was
What
whooping
up,
us,
Upstate?
look at y'all was whooping us, and then the Eagles. And then the Eagles scored 5 touchdowns in the last quarter. And that was horrible.
Hmm?
That was
Well, I
I
mean,
felt so bad.
American football. I mean, I don't know what else we could have named it. I mean, it wouldn't have been handball, but I mean, I do think that the world should just recognize soccer as soccer and not football. Like, you know, it's
Yeah,
soccer.
you know what the better sport than football is, but doesn't get the credit?
Hockey. I
Rugby. I
love me
like
some
rugby,
hockey.
bro. I like
Rugby.
rugby, bro.
Rugby's all right, but I like hockey. Hockey's an awesome sport.
Listen. Well, listen. We ain't going to talk about that. We ain't going to talk about that upstate. Listen, what we're just having a few bumps on the road. We had it the same way in 2017, and we won the Super Bowl. I got faith.
Well, I'm over here on a hope, wing, and a prayer that the Steelers are going to do something, but I doubt it.
Listen,
No one will
listen,
even mention the
listen.
Steelers because they know they're a joke.
Look at hungry dogs run faster, bro. Look at hungry dogs run faster, bro. That's all I gotta say. Just wait. As long
Manchester
as we,
United. Like, come on with them soccer teams. Get them out of here, Kevin. What are you talking about?
bro. I'm
Soccer.
more of a Chelsea. I'm more of a Chelsea fan myself, to be honest, bro.
I mean, I know Manchester and I know Chelsea. I couldn't name another soccer team outside of that just because
Uh,
they're the
uh,
better ones.
Real Madrid, and then there's the one in Saudi Arabia, which is pretty.
I mean, but
But
soccer, that sport there is, think about it. You're running the whole time. You gotta like be really in shape to play that game. I played goalie for a while before I got into American football because I wasn't running. I just like standing there going, all right, let me see what's up. And plus, I was tall and lanky, so I was good at blocking stuff. I was also a goalie in hockey, so that's why they put me a goalie in soccer. I played a lot of sports when I was younger, just about everything.
honestly, though, speaking of everything, bro, I just want to shout out to my other mentor, though, Antoine Hood
Shout out whoever you want.
High Desert Pythons, bro. Antoine, I see out there, they out there violating my man's like photo in Pomona.
Right?
Yeah, bro, that's just Messi making MLS.
I've heard of Messi, of course.
Bro, but did you see did you see what they're doing at Panona though, Ken? They have like a life size like cutout of Antoine.
Yeah, and
And
they're taking it
like
around everywhere. That's funny.
yeah, exactly. That is fun. Yeah, exactly,
That
bro.
is hilarious.
Exactly. I'm like, so how you like how you feel about this? He's like, I
And
was,
he's in his wrestling gear, so his man boobs are all perked up, and he's getting out there.
yeah, bro. Hey, one day that'll be me, bro. I'll be on the cutout.
Oh yeah.
Oh, heck, he's not
I didn't hook it
monetized,
up,
I think.
Shane. I didn't hook it
Are
up
you
yet.
are you monetized?
Yeah, I can be the first tier monetized. I could set it up, but it's just like, why do I want like someone to send me a super chat and YouTube take 50% of it? So I'm
Yo,
gonna wait till I get my 4,000 hours, then do it.
Yo, Inquiline,
There's
bro.
John. There's Shane.
You
What's
could
up,
just
guys?
have
Thanks for coming
people.
in.
You could just set up like a Cash App or something, or Venmo if people want to send chats to you. Just say,
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not into. I mean, just like because right now I could make memberships and I could get super chats, and I just it's not a big deal for me to start that.
yeah,
It's just
I'm
yeah.
monetized on Twitch but that's for my gaming stuff. I'm not for
But
this.
there's one of them websites that you could start these platforms. You're monetized as soon as you start. Like they give you monetization like just for starting a page. Like everything you put out there has an opportunity to make you money. I forget which
uh,
one it is.
it's
Someone was
called
talking
Kick.
about it, but I do enough on
K-I.
YouTube. I'm not
It's
even trying to get into nothing else.
it's Kick.
Kick,
Kick.
yeah, kick. That's it. Yep, yep.
No, but what was I gonna say? Here, here's what I want to ask the chat. Like, what do you? So, just like I said, Justin Kobelka said one time that the future of this industry for the future of this industry, this hobby, testing was needed. How do y'all feel about that? Do y'all agree or do y'all disagree?
I I kind of agree on that just because of what we talked about in the beginning of this episode. There are so many genes out there that are the same things. We need clarity. We need to clarify what's what so we could take this further. Instead
I
of
think
stumbling over these same genes, we need clarity.
See what testing has done, in my opinion, it's allowed people to get into triple heads and stuff more easily because you could let's say this. Now I can breed a clown like a clown het pie to a ultra male het hypo and test for the ones that I want. Test for the ones I want, instead of
Right.
having to get a clown pie and
What up, Phil?
a hypo ultra male.
Right. I get that.
Like, but at the same time, yes, there is a risk with like the money. But at the end of the day, it's opened the doors for more people to get into bigger projects, and it's like it removes the fact that you have to rely on pos hits. You feel me? Like because you can test your stuff now and just be like, okay, you know what you got, so it saves you time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just it's testing is so convenient, man. Like. Yo, shout out to Charlie, RGI,
Yeah.
Canada, Pro Herper, bro. All the people that are doing the testing, bro.
Yes. I got 7 very important tests sent out to Charlie right now, and I can't wait to get them back. I just
See,
sent them
look
out
at
yesterday, so I got a little bit yet, but I can't
what
wait.
test, what testing, like what Upstate Moore said is right, because I agree with that. Because think about it, like now, like I don't think we would ever listen if something's like, let's say we had like let's say we said a pastel, let's say we had a stranger clown double head, pos double head, hypopide, right? Would you list that as is, or would you test it and see if you want to hold it back and then list it if you don't want it?
I test it first. Exactly.
Exactly.
Upstate says, yes, I agree. Testing was needed.
Yeah,
If it helps stop people making so much byproduct, I mean, I could only see one negative to testing. And the negative is it takes away that surprise when you hit like something out of nowhere. That's the only thing it takes out of it.
and that. I mean, to be honest, that's only if you do like the panel. If you just test for specific genes, like you can still have like a surprise recessive pop
Right.
out of a pairing. Like you can still get that. It's just harder now. Harder now.
It's just less. Yeah. You have less of a chance because you could test for it.
Yeah. Like so, don't run a panel. Don't run a panel for everything. Just run the test for the genes you want.
I mean,
solves
I
that
can't wait
problem.
for the day that you send your shed test in or shed in, and they could tell you what it is by the test. They don't have to test it for anything. They could just say what the snake is by the shed. That would
You
be
know what
cool.
I'm waiting for? I'm waiting for when you're able to buy home testing kits, like
Yeah,
the home testing kits. That's what I'm waiting for. Home
like a little,
testing
like it's
kits.
the drug test. You put the little fucking piece of shed in there and
Shannon.
shake it up. If it turns blue, it's that.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, bro. Exactly. That would be that. That's going to be like. Listen, I'm telling you this. I put this on everything I love. I will buy 200 of them. Offer it. Offer it. Just have them stocked. Just have them stocked.
Right. And,
Like
and that would be wild for sure.
but think about this way, like RGI said, if there's really a gene you want the test for, $2,000 and 40 cents, and they'll make it for you. They'll
Right.
make you the test.
Like I
Maybe
said, I
Charlie
would
will do something for
rather
cheaper.
spend $2,000 on stuff that I need equipment wise than pay for a shed test.
I think you get free shed tests though if you do that though.
You should get something. Well, dang. If you're
Yeah,
buying a
yeah.
shed, you should get something.
Um, but yeah, the home kits are the next thing that should happen in my opinion. Just think no, but think about it this way. Let's
That's
say
how I
like
felt.
let's say you're in you find a really awesome recessive, right? And you're selling them for like $10,000 a piece, right? That $2,000 ain't that much if you think about it. If you means you can make even more money on your end, you know what I'm saying, by testing the posets.
Right. A scanner would be cool. Like get a laser scanner that fucking tells you exactly what it is, prints out your snake is.
Honestly, though, yeah, it just depends. I wonder how that would work though. The home kits, maybe like would it be like I think it'd be like a PCR type thing, man. I don't know. That's
It could probably
I
only tell one gene at a time. Like you can only test
yeah
one piece of shed for one gene, but it
yeah
would still be beneficial. I mean, I don't even want to
AI
get
is
started on AI. AI
well
is
let's
just that's a crazy situation.
let's ask AI how do we make these home kits for shed testing. They'll but nah,
Scan it, it
besides
prints
that,
out a label what it is. That would be dope. Scan your snake with like a little hand palm scanner and it spits out like a label of what it is. That would be so dope.
anyway.
You freeze? There you
Mm,
go. Oh, you froze.
not freezing. I was looking at a message.
Yeah. But we went over the hour anyways. We're going to end this up. I got some things to do. I want to go eat, and it's cutting in on my nap time. So, Prophecy, thank you for coming up. I mean, always, 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 you got some good information, some good stuff thrown out there. Keep it going, dude. Keep
I
putting
appreciate you
yourself
having
out
me
there.
on.
Keep letting people see that smiley face.
I appreciate you letting me on, bro. You have a good day. Stay
Okay.
blessed, my bro.
That, you
Uh,
all rule. I appreciate you showing up. We got 11 of you out there right now. That's awesome. Heck yeah. Tomorrow night, we have Billy from Mutation Creation on. Yeah, holy crap. I can't believe it. But yeah, let me know show tomorrow night, 9:30. 9 o'clock on Thursdays, the RWO show. We will be on Blue Zombies channel Thursday night. And then I got to shout out February 10th is the benefit auction that we're doing for Stan. If you guys have anything that you would like to donate, hit me up or Kent from Craft Brew Morphology, and we'll take care of it and get it on the list. Till
all right,
then,
bro.
see y'all later.